Hey everyone, it's JD here. I'm a software engineer working at Microsoft, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about DOM and its manipulation using JavaScript. In the end, we'll also do a small fun project. So let's get started.
Let's move on to the manipulation of DOM, right? So for the manipulation of DOM, we have several different methods, right? We will look through few of those. So you can read it here, right? We have document.createElement, which is a function that we can use to create an element dynamically using JavaScript. And we have element.setAttribute, which we can use to set an attribute inside the tag, right? Similarly, we have element.getAttribute, which we can use to get the attribute value, right? And element.innerHTML that can be used to change the HTML inside the tag, right? So likewise, we'll see some of the examples, right? So let me just go on to that. So I'll just wipe this thing, the whole thing. And this is going to be the manipulation. Now we know how to grab an element, right? I want to manipulate something, right? So for that, I'll grab my item in here, right? So I'll do where item is equal to document dot get element by ID for now, and grab the heading element, and I'll manipulate the heading, right? Let's see how we can do that. I'll just do console.log item to see what I got here, and then we'll do some changes there. So you can see here that I've got the H1, right? Let me just show you one thing, like what all possibilities are there, right? Just for fun. In the console, I'll just type out this particular line, which is var item. I want to get the item's value here, right? I'll just remove this, paste this here, press enter, right? And I'll see item dot. So when I do item dot on the console, you can see there are several list of attributes and different functions that I can call here, right? I can call item dot focus. What this will do, this will just perform focus action on the item. Likewise, I can do item dot click. If item is a button, then I can generate the click here, right? I can do blur. It will generate a blur event on that, right? And if I do item dot inner HTML, right? So inner HTML is the property of item. It is going to give you the inside HTML on your console, right? And if I change this, so this is a property, right? If I change this, if I give it some value, right, is equal to blank. So see, dynamically the whole page has been changed, right? I can do this here as well. I'll do now my item dot inner HTML is my favorite list. Of course, this is going to be a string. So right, and then save, reload. So you can see now this is my favorite list, right? So likewise, you can change a lot of things. I can change the inner HTML. I can even change the styles for this, right? So what I'll try to do is I'll try to change the background for the list items, right? Let me grab the element by ID. I think I have given the ID as list for the UL. So I'll try to grab that, and we'll do list here. Save this part and remove this. I'll do item dot style dot background color. This is a property that I want to change, and I'll give it a value as black, and we'll just do a refresh, and you can see everything got turned as black. Now the font is also the color black, that's why we can't see the font, but then again we can change that as well, right? I'll just copy this part paste it here, and for this we just have to change the color, I think, and we'll make it as white, and save this and reload it. We can see the text coming back again, right? So pretty cool, right? We can change stuff using JavaScript now. Now there is another function which is create element. So we can also create some element, and we can also uh, add some attribute, right? So what I can do is I'm going to add a new ID, right? I'm going to change the ID. The UL has the list as the ID as list. I'm going to change it to something else, right? I've grabbed the same item element. I'll call item dot set attribute function. So set attribute function is going to take two parameters, right? It takes two parameters. One, first is the key, and the second is the value pair that we want, right, on our attributes. So I want to change the ID and what value I would like to change. So this is written as list. So I'll just give it as some random ID, item list. Doesn't matter. Save this, reload this, and we can check in the HTML. Let's just inspect this UL, and now we can see the UL's ID is item list. Pretty cool, right? We can set the attributes as well. So this is how you can do some manipulation. There are endless possibilities. You will have to go through the documentation to see what all different JavaScript functions that you can perform on these elements. So it just depends on you what you want to do. So with that, let's just start implementing an example, with what all we have learned. We'll try to do a functionality on the thing. So for that, let's just move on to the editor. So here I have few list of movie titles, and what I want to do is I want to be able to click on the movie title, and then it should take me to a new tab where this movie title will be Googled, like a search result for the movie title, right? How will I do that? So I'll just type it out, hard code it first, and then we'll do it using the JavaScript. So what exactly I'm talking about is I want to put an anchor tag inside the li, and anchor tags are nothing but the link tags, which has an href attribute which contains the URL that we want to go to, right? Which would be here http://www.google.com/search q equals to John Wick, right? And the text inside the anchor tag would be John Wick as well, right? Save this and reload it. You can see the John Wick turned into a blue link tag. So when I click on this, it takes me to the Google search of the John Wick, showing all the results. So I want to do this for all the movie titles that I have, and I want to do it using JavaScript, right? So I'll just reset this, and I'll just do Control Z because I want the title name, right? Save this, go back to your JavaScript. So let's just write down the steps that we want to do. First, I want to grab the list items, right? First, I'll grab them using one of the functions that we learned, and then create a anchor tag, right? And then append the anchor tag, right? Right, that's all we have to do. So we'll just have to do it in 3 steps. Okay, so first we'll grab the list items. How will you do that? So for that, we'll just take var list, right? This will be our list, equals to document dot get elements by class name. So we remember that we have given each of the allies as class as list item, so we'll use that by class name, giving it as list item as the class name, and we have got that here. And after that, what are we going to do? We are going to create an anchor tag. Now, these steps, these both of them, we have to do it for every element, right? So we have like 5 titles, so we'll have to do it 5 times. So whenever there is multiple, action that is done multiple times, we can use a loop. So we'll use a for loop, right? Simple for loop for let I equals 0, I smaller than list dot length. So list has a property dot length which we'll use to end our loop, and I plus plus. Inside our loop, what I want to do is I want to first grab the title, right? So I'll just do var title equals to list of I dot inner HTML, right? That will have the title that I want. Okay, let's just save that. And after that, I want to add this title inside the anchor tag, right? Before that, I have to create the anchor tag. So I'll have to do again let anchor equal to we remember that function, we'll use that here. So we'll use the function create element. So create element is a function where you can just pass the tag name, and then it will just create that HTML element for you, and then return it back. And now I have the anchor tag here, and I'll do anchor dot set attribute because I want to set an attribute href. I want to provide the URL for it, right? So what will be my URL? Set attribute, it will take 2 values. One will be the key, that is href. Second will be the URL. I'll just do the URL right here, right? I'll just do it as globally, no issues. Or URL that I want is a string which will be http://www.google.com/search q equals, right? That's it. And then afterwards I will append the title whichever I want. So my URL will be plus the title, and that will be set in the href attribute, right? Let's just do a console.log to see what all we are doing is coming as proper, right? Till now we have not appended anything. So let's just refresh this. I didn't get, I think something, okay, I misspelled the length. Save it and then refresh. So you can see we got the anchor tags, and inside the anchor tag we have all these properties. It's quite a lot. I just want to look for the href, okay, and I have http google.com search query string, and John Wick is there, right? Pretty cool. So my anchor tags are fine. Now I want them to append, right? Append it to the li tag. Before that, I'll also clear the title tag, the title inside the li. So for that, I'll just do list of I dot inner HTML equals to nothing, blank string for all. And after that, I'll do list of I dot append the anchor, right? And then save it. Let's just refresh it, and we can see the anchor tags are here. Oh yeah, we forgot to add the text inside the anchor tag. So for that, what I'll do, before appending it, I'll have to do anchor dot inner HTML equals to the title, right? And then let's do a refresh, and we can see we got all of those tags here, right? Now let's see if it works. As you can see, I clicked on John Wick, it opened up the Google search for John Wick. I did Avengers the Endgame, and it just took me there. I did Desi Boys, you can see Desi Boys. So yeah, pretty cool, right? So with this, we have learned how to select the HTML elements and how to manipulate them using JavaScript, and we just saw how we can create and do it dynamically using JavaScript. right? And with this video is coming to an end. And in the next video, we are going to discuss events and event listeners. And please comment on this video, share your opinion and queries. Thanks. That's all, guys. Bye.